Hey YouTube, I've talked in my other videos about my Discord server, so I thought it'd be a good time to make a video showing what my server actually is. And as you can see, this is my server. We currently have 814 members as of September 20th, 2021. I started with 18 on March 9th, 2019, so I'm sorry, 2020. Let me correct that again, March 9th, 2020. So I'm actually very good with the growth that we've had with the server. We have a lot of quality members. We would have more members if we didn't have the rules page, which I have opened up right now. The first rules, 1 and 2, are auto ban rules. As you can see on your screen, by eliminating this kind of behavior, it gives us a quality membership and we develop really good friendships in this server. I personally feel that everyone is my brother here. So, what more can I ask? We have several categories and many different channels, mostly just to keep all the subjects that we talk about organized. And believe it or not, most of this server, and I would conservatively guess 75% of all the content in my server, all the channel ideas, categories, whatever, is from contributions of the members and the mods. It wasn't done by me. So I just want to give everyone a shout out for everyone who's contributed anything to my server. Thank you so much. Without you, we wouldn't have the server we have today. The first category we have is a welcome category, and you'll notice that the theme I chose for the server was to have emojis that show a relationship to the name of a category or channel itself. And I think I've done a fairly good job of doing that. I got this idea from some other servers and I liked what they did, so I incorporated it with mine as well. And under the welcome channel, we have channels that you would expect, like welcome, which basically just announces that someone has joined the server. Me6, one of our bots, will send a welcome DM to all the new members. Rules, obviously. Checklist for beginners, that's where we set that channel up to help newbies with NoFap. We were finding that we were repeating the same messages over and over to the same group of people, basically the newbies. And we decided that it would be a good idea to have an orientation type channel that they could go to get a working knowledge base of NoFap, in the hopes that it would greatly assist them in being successful. We also have an introductions channel, which is where we give everyone the opportunity to introduce themselves, their name if they want to, where they're from, what their history is with porn and PMO, specifically, what they've done to improve, how they've improved, etc. Just to give us a history so we know more about that person. We have a self-assignables roles channel, which a lot of servers are putting up nowadays, and I decided I might as well do it too, because there's only, with this many people, we can't constantly be changing everyone's roles all the time. So this gives them a chance to take responsibility and correct their own roles for us. The next category we have is chat. I'm not going to go over every single channel, by the way, just a brief overview of what I feel are the most important channels. The general channel under the chat category is for talking about literally anything. A lot of servers have that. It's like a sundry type channel. We do have a rule about talking about politics and religion. We find that they are very divisive topics, especially in our society these days. So we do not talk about those items or in the server. It just keeps the peace, really. Face reveal it gives everybody a chance to show everyone, hey, this is who I am. I am a real person. When you're texting me, this is me. This is the real me. And it makes things more personable for us, unless someone gets onto voice chats and thanks to one of our mods, JACO91. He got us into being more comfortable doing video calls as well, and I find that really brings it home. It's really made everything more personable for all of us. So thank you, JACO91, for that idea. That was great. Suggestions channel right there. That's where the magic happens. That's where people give their suggestions of what they think we could do to improve the server. And believe it or not, we approve about 90% of what people suggest. Everyone gets a good chance of being approved for what they want to do. Some ideas are a little weak, but 90% of the time, as soon as I hear a suggestion, I'm like, hey, you know what? That is a good idea. So we put forth those suggestions. The OG Lounge is a special lounge for a select group of members that I met in 2018 who are OGs from the first server I ever joined. And that's a private channel that only someone with the OG role can access. So that's our own little private sanctuary. Just want to give a shout out to all of my OGs. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for getting me into this, and thank you for being a part of my server. The next category we have is NoFap. Not a big surprise in a NoFap server, I guess. Obviously, the NoFap channel is the primary channel of this category. The next channel below it is an event that we are doing called No Nut October November, which begins October 1st of 2021. And that goes along with the self-assignable roles channel. People are signing up for this. It's giving them a special role. If you look to the right hand side of the screen, you'll notice that the NON role is listed just below the mods. And I did that on purpose. I wanted anyone who signed up for this role to have special recognition in the server and a special status. They also, with the NO or NNON, sorry for the tongue twister, channel, you'll notice that it's locked. That's a private channel. The only way to access that is to have the role of NNON. Not a surprise there. We also have a private voice channel just for that particular role during this event, and we have currently 62 people who have signed up on the server. I'm hoping to get even more. Maybe some people feel they have to wait till the 1st of October. I don't know, but I think it's a really good opportunity to get everyone jazzed up and to feel like they're part of a community within a community, and hopefully that will make them more successful in their NoFap journey. The progress and journal channel, that's where we mention our day counts. We don't have streak bots in here. I don't believe in streaks. I believe in NoFap as a lifestyle. Because if you have a streak, that implies that you're going to start doing NoFap at a certain point, which means you're going to fall right back into that rabbit hole and go right back to your old PMO days. Nobody wants that. We also discuss, as part of the name suggests, progress and journal. We discuss the things that we've accomplished for that day, things that we've accomplished maybe for that week, things we want to accomplish, how we're improving, and whatnot. And it really reinforces how NoFap can make our lives better. And it gets other people, it gets their buy-in into NoFap to say, hey, look what these guys are accomplishing. Look what's happening for them. I can have the same thing too. So that is the main goal of that channel. And the others are self-explanatory. Celibacy is, it's not as widely used as other channels. A few of us, and I did for a while too, decided to get into that, to go a step beyond NoFap. And, you know, it ties in with semen retention too, so that's another reason why we did that. Excuse me. A new category that we've added recently in the last month or so is the men's health issues. As you can see, we have quite a few categories here, and you may be wondering, what does that have to do with NoFap? Well, how many men know about, for instance, their own anatomy? As you can see, I have that channel highlighted now. They don't. They don't know how they work. They don't know about the internal mechanisms of their reproductive organs, nothing. So I've put up a read-only channel that has charts and diagrams showing diagrams of the male reproductive system. They're not pictures of people. We don't have adult content here. They are for educational purposes only. It's material that you would find in any kind of a classroom setting, basically. Anatomy discussions is where we can discuss different matters of the male anatomy. Again, many guys do not know about that. They might feel uncomfortable at first. Some of them have bought into it, and they're actually learning about their bodies and how it relates to everything else in their life, how they relate to their future partner. I mean, would you buy a car and not know how to drive it? That makes no sense. You may have noticed there's penis size and penis size discussions. Like, what does that have to do with NoFap? Well, we're trying to break the stigma that PMO has put into our minds and all the brainwashing. Usually porn stars are outsized in proportion, penis wise. It gives many people, especially minors who are accessing porn, a very inaccurate idea of what a man should be. And it's causing anxiety. It causes depression over this. They feel like they don't measure up when actually the porn stars are a fringe of society, a very small sliver of society. Most men are not hung like that. So we're trying to break that cycle. Um, so that's why we have those channels. Erectile dysfunction. I'm shocked to find out that there are teenagers who have developed porn-induced erectile dysfunction. That is unacceptable. Um, I don't know about you, but I feel that, I shouldn't have accessed porn when I was a minor, and it's gotten even worse with the internet. And so we're trying to help people through these issues. We can discuss many things in that channel too, things that are related to erectile dysfunction, ways to get rid of it. Like, for instance, believe it or not, NoFap. It does help with PIDE. And it's a really good resource to help men realize that, hey, I can get better. There's nothing wrong with me. I can still be fixed, and I will be okay. I've suffered from PIDE myself. It's horrible. You feel broken, like you're no longer a man. Well, guess what, guys? There is a way around that. Semen retention, another big one. That's a step above NoFap. There are many of us who are practicing that in this server. And in many other NoFap servers I belong to, they practice semen retention. And I have found that it has greatly improved my life. And you can still enjoy sex, but you have to change your mindset and realize that sex does not equal ejaculation. You can have sex without ejaculation, and it can actually be very good. You'll learn, if any of you ever try this, that once you get out of that mindset that you have to always ejaculate, you'll find out that you've been missing out because you've been skipping over and ignoring a whole bunch of things on your mad dashed effort to get to that almighty squirt. And where did you learn it from? That's right, you learned it from porn. So again, we're trying to break all of these bad habits and all of these crazy ideas that everyone is learning from porn. Wet dreams, that's another one. I always hear from people, oh, I had a wet dream. Did I relapse? They actually think a wet dream is a relapse. Well, we're trying to teach people that, guess what, guys? Wet dreams are a good thing. They are normal. They are masculine. Embrace them. Maybe they might be inconvenient, but you know what? Embrace them anyway, because that is part of your manhood, and you should be proud. That's why we're doing it. The foreskin restoration, and it's cut off here, but this second channel is foreskin restoration videos. Again, nothing is pornographic here. We don't post pictures of ourselves. We do post diagrams and charts and stuff off the internet to reinforce it, but This is just another way of showing how men are diminished, not just by porn, but by circumcision. So if any of you join the server, whether you agree with circumcision or not, look through the channels and educate yourself anyway. You may still say that you prefer circumcision, but guess what? You're going to learn in effect that there is another part to being a man, and that is being intact the way you were designed, because that's just the way nature made us, and it does affect your partner, not just you. So again, this is helping men learn that there is a healthy way of relating to other people, and that's why we're doing this channel. Facial and body hair, that's another thing. A lot of guys say, I don't have enough chest hair, or I don't have enough body hair, or when am I going to grow a beard? How come my beard is patchy? And I'm 15, I don't have a beard yet, and they're wigging out. So it's another way of building self-confidence to say you're developing okay for you. We're all different. And all of this has a psychological effect. It just relaxes everyone to realize that, hey, I am normal and we're all different, and that's fine. So this all helps alleviate a lot of stress and anxiety, and that's another part of our server too. Self-improvement, I need to fix this. The fitness channel actually should be the first channel, but I won't do that during this video. That is a very popular channel. We have some members who have done very well in their gym careers. They have developed, they've shown before and after pictures. It is amazing how they have improved their bodies. One of our admins, he's basically been a bodybuilder all his life, and he's a super nice guy. His name is Patrick James. And Patrick, we're really happy to have you in this server. He has been a mentor in this channel. If you join the server and see his pictures, you'll understand why. The guy is an absolute beast. He is in great shape, and trust me, you'll envy him. He's a super nice guy in really great shape, and you can learn a lot from that guy. So thanks again, Patrick. This category right here is Steven's channels. He's one of our senior mods, and he does Buteyko, which is, if I'm understanding it correctly, sorry Steven if I get this wrong, it has to do with breathing exercises. And he also has a lifestyles questions channel where people go in there and talk about different aspects of lifestyles. And this is his contribution. He wanted to have his own little category, and I think that's a great idea. If other people want to have a category, we can do that too. You know, he has literally, this is like a little tiny server inside of a server. He has absolute control in there, and I don't mess with him at all. So I think it's really good to have this. Some of you may have noticed the SFW nudism category. Again, no porn here, no adult content, no pictures. We don't do that here. The whole purpose of this is to encourage people to realize that sex does not equal nudity, and nudity does not equal sex. Where did we learn that they are the one and the same? Well, that's the reason we're doing NoFap. It's porn. And this gives us an opportunity to realize that, hey, we can separate nudity from sex. And if people think that nudity equals sex, then why do they think dirty thoughts when they have their clothes on? So you can see the analogy there. We're trying to break people out of that mindset so that they can separate them. I myself am a nudist, and there are many others in the server who have been either embracing nudism themselves and finding out that, hey, this is actually very comfortable. It's not shameful. I was lied to all my life to think it was shameful. They sleep naked now. They sleep better because of it, and it's helping them in their NoFap journey. So I think it's a great success. And, you know, even if you aren't into anything like that, at least look through the channels, see the chats, and see what we're all about to get a better understanding of our mindsets and how we're trying to help other people. The next category is a media section. and we might have some redundant channels here. For instance, the videos channel is kind of redundant considering we have a YouTube channel. So I'm not sure if that channel is going to be around much longer. We're going to see what happens. But this allows people to post, like, for instance, book recommendations, music recommendations, photography, and pictures that people have actually taken. And I've seen some really good material in there. So they're spending their time doing these activities instead of PMO, and they're getting their dopamine rush from doing something beautiful and productive instead of something destructive and ugly like PMO. So you can see how this ties in with the whole goal of the server, and that is the goal, is to help people improve. The next category are the voice channels. We have a VC text, which many servers have put in. I've seen that, and I decided to put it in this one as well for people who may not have the privacy to get on mic and talk, or maybe they're shy, whatever the reason. They can at least communicate with us. The general VC is just like general chat. You can talk about anything. NoFap is specific to NoFap. And the NNON, well, that's for our new event. That's a private voice channel only for those with the NNON role. So I'm hoping to see some VCs in that channel alone, just to get more people involved and give them a sense of a higher status in the server. Scriblio is a really cool diversion. I've played that myself with some others in the server at different times, and you can go several hours playing it and lose track of time. And what's the end result? No PMO, and you still have a good time. So uh, I believe, if I'm correct, Stephen, and you can correct me in the server when you see this video, I believe it was Stephen that got us into Scriblio. He's one of my senior mods. So if I am correct, thank you again, Stephen. So as you can see, I'm giving some shout outs to some notables who've done something significant in the server. There are too many contributions to name everyone, but everyone is appreciated in my server. The last category is the management lounge, and that obviously is only visible to junior mods and above. My server has several different layers of moderation: junior mods, senior mods, executive senior mod, and admin. And then, of course, myself. So we have locked channels. Obviously, they're all private. Everyone, we usually communicate in the junior mod unless we have an issue with a junior mod themselves, at which point the senior mods and above would chat in the senior mod, but we generally do not have issues with our mods. I have some really great mods. I'm fortunate to have them, and I'm blessed to have them, actually. And then if we had a problem with the senior mod, we'd talk about it in the admin lounge. And that's how we keep our structure, so that we have a tier and a hierarchy of moderation, so that even mods are moderated at times just in case. But again, I completely trust all of my mods. They do a great job. So thanks again, everybody. So I hope this video, and it's gone on a little bit long, I'm sorry about that, but there's a lot to cover, and there was more, but I didn't want to talk for like 100 years on this. I hope this gives you an insight to what our server is about, and potentially you may want to join us. If anyone has good intentions, they want to improve, and they don't want to just troll and cause trouble, we want you to join us. We want you to contribute whatever you know. We want you to come in and ask whatever you don't know so we can help you out. That's the ultimate goal. So thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the videos to come.